All right, guys. That video yesterday meant the world to me. I feel like we're getting on a roll here. So what I want to do real quick is I'm going to put together a production template and just show you how I do it. And maybe I'll give you guys some ideas on doing it for yourself or whatever. Plus, if you're watching these videos, it'll give you a better understanding of what we're doing here. So for me, I always go in, before I do anything, I always check my I/O and throw it out and put in the most recent, which is from 2020. I don't know. It's just an old habit from having Pro Tools, earlier Pro Tools, and having those issues. All right, so if we go into my session drive, let's get rid of all this stuff so we don't see anything here. If we go into my session drive, you'll see I have a folder called templates, and these are drum templates, drum program templates. Drum template is for drum tracking, guitar and bass templates, mix templates, video voc mix. I think that was an old thing. I don't really need that anymore. And my vocal template that has all of my tracks for pop, like stacks. It's got 10 tracks vocals, 10 tracks harmonies, 10 tracks background vocals, or just pull it in, just go. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to come here, we're going to open up Pro Tools, we're going to create a new, and we're going to call this production template. I'm just going to call it a production template, right? Yeah, that'll be good. And we're doing 32-bit floating. I work at 88.2, and we're going to grab that 2020 I/O. Okay, you know what? Let me do this. Let me open up a separate folder. Well, no, I don't want a folder, do I? No, I don't want a folder. I was doing it right. I'm rushing. I got to teach in a few minutes. All right, so production template. Wave, 32-bit floating, 88.2. And I like that's the sound of that sample rate. And, in case I decide to ever go further with these songs and make them into songs, they're already going to be tracked at the sample rate that I like to work in. And there it is. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, the new production template for the cues and everything. Oh, hey, we got nothing going on there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to add in, it's so weird that it didn't come in with that. It normally does. I've been adding all this. I've been getting used to working like this. The thing, too, that I realized, too, that I'm going to start doing starting today is I like this. I'm going to show you why I like this. Because mostly I'm working a lot in edit view, right? And then I've got this big gap here, and that's where I could put the video. Mostly I'm working here. Put the video over there. Everybody's out of the way. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come here. We're just going to check. Yeah, we're good. We're all good. Everybody's good. Make sure the hardware looks good, and it does. Look at that. Now we're going to come here. We're going to save where we're at, and we're going to come and we're going to import session data. Just kind of watch. We're just going to watch. Drum programming templates. So here's Superior. Boom. Which I should have brought that one in last. That's all right. We'll change it up. All right, so there's Superior. Now we're going to come to import session data. And we're going to bring in Addictive. I wonder if it's still sliding. Is it working? Yeah. Still sliding. Okay. And then we're going to come here and we're going to go highlight the last one. We're going to go import session data. And we're going to go the battery. Boom, done, bam. So these are my primary. What we're going to do is we're going to put battery first, and you'll see what I'm about to do. I've never quite done it like this, but I think this is going to be cool in the end. Right? So here are our 3 drum programs. So then if I come here and I go like this is addictive. Right? Right? I come here and I go like this, and it's superior. And then I come here and I go like this, and you got the battery. It's more like the 808. Look at that. That's ringing out forever. So the concept with this is superior drummer auxes. Why was there a separate... Give me a second. I'm trying to remember why I did that. Where are the auxes? Why are the auxes? I don't know why auxes are in there. All right, anyway, not worried about it. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take these 2 here, and in that place, we're going to highlight, and we're going to go hide and make inactive. So now all that's going to come up to start is going to be superior drummer. Beautiful. But if I decide, you know what I really want to use? I want to use battery. I go like this. I go like this. And I go show and make active. And now I've got battery. Does everybody understand that? But I don't want it all visible because it's just too much schmutz. All right, now what we're going to do is have a little bit of fun. We're going to add some stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to add bass. So I'm kind of doing this from scratch. Oh, that's right. There's these 3. Hold on one second. Show. I think these are for, I suspect these are addictive. These can go here. Yeah. These have to do with the, what's the thing, like those, let me hide and make it active. Those are those, I think they're for the, there's like a key thing where you can like have like basically like different, like one kick, one pad can activate multiple things, and that's somehow the out for that. I'll have to look into that. I don't remember exactly what that is, but anyway, here we go. So here is our template. Now let's add some stuff. So we're going to go stereo, right, and a mono. And no, I want to group it. Delete. And a mono. So we're going to call this bass and bass DI. So bass is usually this Kemper, which the Kemper is 13 and 14. And the DI is 16. And then we come here and we go bass. We make sure bass in your face. And it's all queued up. Usually what I'll do at this point, well, I'll just leave it up like that. A lot of times I just track like this and I just have the DI on 0. But let's give this a little bit of love. Let's go, we'll go, I don't know. We'll give it that. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now, really, I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do this. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to add everything in that I want. We're going to do 4 monos, and this is going to be G1, G2, G3, G4, and they're all going to be A1. Now that is the greenback cab, but that can change. Like if I decide that G1 I want the mesa through the thing, I just come up and make it A2. But we're just getting basics here. Okay, So now that these are my guitars, these signify guitar amp stuff, right? Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to go 4 stereos. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take and put the first 2 out, or input 13, 14, and the second 2 will be out 15 and 16. No, I'm sorry, 11 and 12. So the first 2 here, so this will call, we're not going to group this. No, we're not going to group any of this. Here we go. So these 2 here are going to have their own color, which will be that. They're 13 and 14. And this is Chem 1, Chem 2. Next is Aux 1, Aux 2. So now these are the Kempers, like the Kemper will be here, Auxes will be here. Nothing is really named, just the generic name, because as we progress, we can name things. Like if I want to call Chem 1, I can call it sitar patch or whatever I want to call it. But it's just generic. So these are for my guitars, my monos, for my real amps. This is all my Kemper. This is my Aux. Boom. Now the next thing I want to do is this. And I'm going to do 2 of these. And I'm going to call this G1DI, G2DI. Now, check this out. We'll come back here, give it a little green action, just so I can kind of see them. These will be both coming in through 16. These are going to have a DSP trim on the top. Okay, and then underneath it, it's going to have a native Amplitude 5 mono stereo. So these are kind of like my writing. Give it a second. There you go. Okay. So these are my writing. You know, this is usually kind of how I write. It's just with guitar, right? So what I'll do now is here I'm going to put a stereo master, which I will then get rid of that 1 because that just aggravates me. And then I'm going to come up here and make it this bold red. The way I work this is all protocol. Next to that, we're going to do a mono 1, and that's going to be this darkest gray color. I always do the same thing on everything, just because then every time you open up every session, they all look the same, and it makes it very easy. This is going to be my click. So I'm going to come to Instrument, click 2. We'll save where we're at. We're going to come up to James's click. So there it is. So basically, like a lot of times when I open up the session from scratch, this is really where I'm almost going to be working from. Right? I'm going to come here and just start writing. The rest of it's the rest of it, and I'll slide things around. But now what I want to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to add 2 monos. And I'm going to call it Vogue 1. Because what I'm going to do when I do this from now on, I'm going to have my Beta 58 just set up so I can just start singing. A lot of times I get ideas for melodies, and we'll just do everything's kind of in its place. We're going to do this in 5 because I've been using the first Vintech for like my alternate vocal mic, because my 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all guitars, meaning my 2 Neves, my 2 TGs. So this will be a microphone going through. This will be a Beta 58 with a little cover on, like a little wind popper built on, like a little tube guy, and that'll be going straight into the whatever it is, the Vintech, and that's it. No. I could use my 1176 if I want, because I'm not using it. Okay? So that's vocal. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come and I'm going to make a use stereo instrument track, and we're going to just do 6. And we're just going to leave them like that, just called instrument track. Let's give them maybe another color, give them a little powder blue. Okay, and those can just stay down there. So they're ready to throw Omnisphere on, or Serum, or Anna, or, you know, whatever the different... I mean, I could even set up templates, but I'll just do stuff on the fly, you know, if I'm using Contact or whatever. But, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's really it. That's my template. So if I come here, I make Activate Heat. So really, this is most of the time where I'll start, maybe here, because I'll have a microphone open for vocals. So I'll have this open with a singing, and I'll have guitar DI. I almost always start writing from Amplitude, because more times than not, a lot of times I don't even have an idea what I want. I don't want to set up amps. I just want to get up Amplitude. And a good trick with this that I found really helps is do your best to track good scratch tracks. For me, I would say probably half the scratch tracks that I've tracked in the last 10 years have ended up on records. A lot of it's off the cuff, like first time, like writing the song, playing it, like my fingers are moving where they need to move without even thinking about it or analyzing it. Off the cuff guitar solos that end up on records. So always make sure when you sit down, you're serious. And when you sit down that you got the right, you know, good guitar, it's in tune, it's got good strings, and you got your head on straight. Make sure the click is good and loud. You don't want the guitar cranked and the click down. Like, you want to make sure you got a good balance, because you just don't know what you're going to keep. That goes for instrument tracks. A lot of times I just have ideas for Omnisphere, and I'll just start doodling around. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And then I'm like, just leave it. And there you go. I've got my real-time properties set up. My video will be over here. So then, because yesterday's video, I had it over here, and after I finished it and uploaded it, I realized it was over the majority of what was showing the tracking. So this is the way I'm going to work. So video will be in here. Action will be here. When I come here, I just got to keep in mind that the video is here. You won't see the groups, but nobody cares about groups. You guys know that, you know, groups, not that earth-shattering. Everything's named except for the instruments, because I'll name that Omnisphere or Serum or Contact or whatever. And there it is. So, and then I've got my drums set up here. So I could start, you know, with like... There it is. And one thing that's nice, too, on a lot of these programs, you can group... They call it like a key group. You can group things together to not work together. Meaning, when you hit one, the other one dies. That's really great for open hi-hat to close. Listen. See how long that goes? Now watch when I hit the closed. It closes it. Because if you hit it, you're going to... If you don't key group it, it'll override itself, or you'll hit the closed one, and then the open one keeps going, which just does not sound like drums, because that's really not what drums ever sound like. I mean, I guess if you had multiple hi-hats, or you really wanted to be weird about it, you could figure out a way to do it. But anyway, that's it. So I've got Superior Drummer here, which, yeah, a bunch of templates. Everything is, all the drums are already set up. They already come out, if you'll see. They already come out to there. So when I'm all done with them, all I do is just print them down, and I've got analog drums now, you know, or analog bounces of the drums. Yeah, and I don't want to get into that. But anyway, so, and then again, I can come and decide, oh, you know, I want this to be more of a pop thing. I can show and make active. And now I've got battery. Done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So there it is. Hide and make inactive. Oh, did I just blow it? No, I didn't. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I did. I did the wrong. I went the wrong way. Hold on.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, dude. Hold on. I know you're bored. Hold on. I'm coming. Hide and make inactive. Hold on one sec. Hold on 1 second. I'm with you. Show and make active. Game over. So simple. You want to play a beat? He has some software he's been using writing songs. Tell him about it.
Who are you talking to?
We're making a video.
Oh, we are?
You want to play a beat? Give me a beat. Look at this snare. So you do. Here's a snare. Here's a snare. That's like a rim shot. So solid and a rough. You can be like this. Go.
Can you do like
The Monopoly. Yeah, you go like. Do these together. That's the kick. That's the snare. So it's right. Put the kick in there. Go like that. Try it. Right. So you go. Yeah, together. There you go. He's so bored. It's an off day at school. All right. Anyway, we didn't run the audio out, so the audio is just going to be the microphone. So just, yeah, whatever. It was just for fun. Anyway, there it is. So that's going to now be the template. So now what I'll do is just I can import that into Q2, and then boom, it's there. And that should work. It seems like a lot, but really it starts from here and it just builds. Yeah. And then I've got a beta, like I said, I've got the beta 58, which I'll set up today as like kind of a permanent. Yeah. All this, and the way I work is everything kind of on the left is permanent of the master. Click is on the right, and then the vocal and the instrumental or instrument tracks, because we'll pull those over if we use them. This is basically just my rock template here as far as drums, bass, guitar, and then you come down here and you've got vocals and keyboards, and that's it. So I'm gonna bounce this out, this video. This is a cool video, man. So yeah. Things are good. Let's see, production template. Double click on it. Yeah, and there's no audio attached to it. So it's a lot to open up, but it's good. There it is.